Fish crackers. Ooh, ooh, ooh.
Reel in your hooks. We were here first.
Huh? Huh?
George was going to need another plate to keep 3 whole quints here.
Nice, but where's the police boat?
Hey, I've got juice at home that goes great with fish crackers. Let's eat these at my house. George! Well, that's the same juice. Okay, we'll stay here so we don't have to wait for fish crackers.
Fish crackers. Ooh, ooh, ooh.
George had to admit he had no juice.
Happy birthday, boys.
Happy birthday.
George, meet our sister, Sprint Quint, the track star. She won 3 Olympic gold medals.
Oh, pshaw. That was long ago. Count 'em. 3.
The quints were quadruplets. Now George had 4 people to yell surprise at. This was the best.
So I hear you need help putting a jogging track around a pond. Are those fish crackers? Ooh, ooh, ooh.
But before he even tried to split 12 crackers onto 5 plates, another quint showed up.
Flint, Plint, Wint, Sprint, happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
George, meet our sister, Mint Quint. She prints money for the government.
Want samples of my latest work? So I hear you need help figuring out the cost of a pond.
5? Oh, yeah, that's right. This is all of us. We're quintuplets.
You want any help with those crackers and juice, George?
How could one little monkey keep 5 quints here without juice?
George! It's me. Everything's ready. You did a great job.
No juice? Well, let's go to my house. Yep, we'll have crackers and juice as we draw up our plans for your pond.
And train.
With a police boat.
And jogging track.
And it won't be hard to pay for.
Look, more fish crackers. Ooh, ooh, ooh.
Fish crackers.
Ooh, ooh, ooh.
George thought he'd probably need better bait, too. Well, first he'd need bait. George had been eating a carrot when he saw the eel. Maybe eels like carrots, too. or other favorite monkey foods. Unless George could figure out what an eel ate, Bill was going to take it home for sure. If he moved fast, George could get that eel's picture.
George! I've got something! Wow, it's heavy! I won! I get to take the eel home! Aw, it's just an old bicycle tire inner tube. Now I'll have to replace this hook. I'll be right back. You're not gonna have time to beat me!
Here was George's chance to get the eel first, so Bill couldn't take it home. The eel was out of reach, and George was out of breath. This looked bad. Soon, Bill would be back with his new hook. A hook was just what George needed. Now, if only he could get the water to sit still.
George, you got one! Wow, it looks like a big one. Don't worry, I'll help you.
George didn't want Bill to get the eel, but he didn't want the eel to remain trapped either.
George, this is what happens when you don't use the proper fishing gear. Oh! It's just an old cage. Hey! The eel's in that cage! And you're the one who hooked him. Okay, you won. But George, we have to help that eel get back to its home where it belongs. Well, that's why I wanted to catch it, to take it home, to the ocean. Being a city kid, you don't know this, but eels travel from fresh water to the ocean to spawn. Bon voyage, Mr. Eel! That's the proper way to say goodbye to someone headed out on the ocean.
All the fishermen came back with tales that day. Mr. Quint's tale of how he freed a whale, and George's tale of how he and Bill freed that eel.
Let's pull him home on our sled.
Can't. We're already late and Mom's gonna get worried.
We can't just leave him here.
How about we get ourselves home first and then we'll give the monkey your snowshoes? We live on the other side of the hill. Climb aboard.
that weird noise again?
It's probably kids like us riding sleds a hill or two away. On your marks.
Get set, go! Why didn't we give the monkey the snowshoes on top of the hill? Now he has to walk all the way back up.
I can't think of everything, and a better time to bring that up would have been on top of the hill.
Sorry, monkey.
Later.
Bye, monkey.
George didn't realize how cold and tired he was till he tried to climb that same hill one more time. About the only thing that kept him going was the joyous hope of Coco. Now George could see what made that sound. A cold, lost pig. George was almost at the top. The pig was way over there. He didn't even know if he could help.
We can't just leave him here.
George wondered how a pig got lost all the way up here, and more importantly, how he was going to get it down. What they needed was a sled.
I'd know that squeal anywhere. It's little Mike. He got out last night before it snowed. He's never even seen snow before. Must have been completely mystified by it. Thank you, George.
I was wondering what took you so long. There's a cup of cocoa inside waiting for you.
Well, see you later.
Okay, take care.
He had to stop them before the flowers were all gone. But what would make a cow-proof wall? Then, an idea hit him. Stones are strong, they come in all sizes, and they make great walls. The next day, George set out to build the world's most cow-proof wall. It was amazing how many unused stones were lying around. George was too late. The flowers were all eaten. As the cows went in for their afternoon milking, George felt like a big cow-stopping failure. This wasn't easy, but George wasn't going to give up. Why was that wall stronger than George's? These stones were staggered, which made the wall stronger. This would be the best cow-proof wall a monkey ever built. If he finished it in time. George promised the flowers that he'd save them. George's wall had saved the last flowers. The next day, George brought the man with the yellow hat to see how he helped the flowers.
You're taking me to see these flowers? Okay, I'm coming. I don't see any flowers, George.
The wall stood, but somehow the yellow flowers were gone, replaced by these things.
Were those your yellow flowers? Oh, George, it's okay. That's what's supposed to happen. They change. Well, that's supposed to happen too. Those are seeds. They'll land somewhere and new ones will grow.
So George's wall had helped the flowers to survive. And he had until the new flowers grew to think of a way to keep cows away from them.
So you want to grow big and strong like me, huh? Great! I'll show you the proper workout, and you can be as big as me in 5 years.
George couldn't wait 5 years. Not today. One, 2, 3, 4.5. George had grown half a licorice whip. Eating like a giraffe and exercising really helped. Maybe he could stretch himself the last half a licorice whip.
That's it, honey. Go to sleep. Nothing makes you grow like a good sleep. And I want you to grow up to be big and healthy.
All this growing made George tired. If sleep made you grow, he could do 2 things at once. made George grow a lot, at least in his dream.
I'm sorry. You can't ride the Turbo Python 3000. You're too big.
George didn't grow as big as he had in his dream, but he grew enough to be 5 licorice whips tall.
My hat! I lost my hat!
Seeing Betsy lose her hat reminded the man with the yellow hat of that fateful day.
My hat! I lost my
That's it. I'm not afraid of roller coasters. I'm afraid of losing my yellow hat. Your hat is safe, Betsy!
One, 2, 3, 4, 5. You grew already?
Any chance you've been nibbling on those licorice whips, George? When you were first measured, the licorice whips were longer, so it took 4 of them to measure you. But every time you took a bite, you made it smaller, so now it takes 5 to measure you.
So you didn't grow at all. Sorry.
What's with all these sour faces? I don't like sour faces at me park, you know.
Oh, hi there, Captain Zany. You see, this monkey's too short to ride the Turbo Python 3000.
Too short? Bah! He's not too short. Monkeys don't grow very big. That's why we have the... You must be this tall if you're a monkey side.
You can ride, George, and I'm coming with you. But first, give me all your licorice.
Huh?
There was more to monkey-sitting George than guiding him around the furniture. Hunley cleaned up after him, too, which had its rewards. He also helped with those itches that George couldn't reach. Every day, George's chair driving improved, and Hunley looked forward to coming over. But he needed practice. Pretty soon, George was as good on crutches as he was on his own feet. And as soon as he got really good...
Good news, Hunley. George is allowed to walk on his cast now.
George showed Hunley how his leg was healing. But dachshunds don't read X-rays. Hunley didn't like to get too far from his lobby. But George wanted to go for a walk. He also wanted to go for a climb. But that wasn't allowed. Hunley was one serious monkey sitter. They went to the park every day. George drew some good pictures. And Hunley discovered he liked lying on grass and taking slow strolls with a monkey.
See? The break's all healed.
Well, hello.
George was thrilled to be completely free again.
Back to normal, I see.
Good as new. Thanks for all of your help, Hunley.
Guess you're back on lobby duty with me, boy.
George wanted Hunley to come with him. But Hunley had a job to do. George brought his friends back so he and Hunley could be together. George was back to normal, all right.
I'll be home later. Remember, no bothering the new neighbor who is not an elephant.
The new neighbor wasn't an elephant. He had an elephant. George felt very misunderstood. Why, the elephant must have gone out too. Well, that thing would never fit inside the apartment. Could there be a chainsaw in Mabel's? So many things made similar sounds. How could George figure out what he'd been hearing upstairs? For George to be certain, he had to go right to the source. That sort of sounded like his neighbor, but not really. The man with the yellow hat was right. George hadn't heard an elephant. But then, what had he heard? That was the sound.
So the upstairs neighbor has a Galapagos tortoise that's been wrapping gifts and making juice. George, I'm gonna say this one more time. There is no way...
Yes?
Hi there. We're your downstairs neighbors, and...
Oh, so nice to meet you.
George!
What's he doing?
I think he's looking for your, elephant.
My what?
Oh, we heard some loud sounds. Very loud sounds.
Very loud. Oh, I am so sorry. Sometimes I get carried away working on my art.
Art?
I am an artist. I do murals. I mix my paint here. Then I use these rubber stamps I made. Here's one of my completed works.
Oh, we also heard something like a bag of rocks dropping. Do you use rocks in your work?
No. Oh.
George never realized that Hundley spent so much of the day playing. This was fun. Only his hands weren't used to being dog paws. George realized he needed a few small changes to be a good dog.
Did you have a nice ride, Dante? I bet you did.
Well, what is this?
Well, Hundley, it looks like we have 2 lobby dogs today. What do you think of that?
Say bye-bye, doggies.
But being Hundley wasn't all fun and games. It helped to be long and low to do this job.
Why, thank you. Look, Dante, Hundley found your ball. Good dog.
George wanted to be a good dog, too, just like his new hero, Hundley.
Hold the elevator.
And here was his chance. But picking up things with your mouth was harder than it. Being a dog was hard work. Just look what it did to Hundley.
Delivery.
Looks important. We'll get it upstairs right away. Come on, lobby dogs. Uh-oh. Hey, looks like we're stuck. Oh. It's okay, Hundley. We can handle this. I'll sound the alarm. Uh-oh. Oh. There's only one way out. But we need somebody who can monkey up. Say. You've been such a good dog, George. I almost forgot you were a monkey.
George had almost forgotten he was a monkey, too. There were things monkeys could easily.
A flashlight. Thanks, George. And a bottle of water. And cushions. And a radio.
And sometimes a monkey was just the thing to be.
Thanks, George.
Even all he wanted was to take a bath, brush his teeth, and go to bed in his nice, clean room.
See, what we'll do is, I'll have skates on, then I'll lift the corner of the wagon, then you pull it, and me. Sometimes, George, I think I'm a genius. Oh, gee, skating's harder than it looks. Hey, I know. We'll take one of these skates, strap her to the block of wood, right? Then... Or maybe we'll just use your baby carriage wheel. George, you need to put the... Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Well, here goes nothing. Hey, it works! Kinda wants to turn all the time. I guess we need a wheel exactly the same size as the other ones. Huh. Nope. 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 Huh. You know what? I'm starting to think hurling Betsy's wheel down the hill wasn't such a great idea after all. We'll never find another wheel the exact same size as the other three, unless we shrink them all to this size. I guess I'll go call Aunt Margaret. What? You tried one of those, remember? See, there's 3 left. George, that's it! There! Now they're all the same size. George, you saved the day.
Hi, you guys.
Ooh.
Hey, George, did you help Steve go get my wagon?
Look, I can explain everything. See, I had this crazy idea. I thought if... wait, we didn't go get your wagon. We brought the wagon with us to get your package.
But that's what's in the package. See? Aunt Margaret got me a new wagon since the wheels on my old one kept popping off. Well, what's the matter?
Looks great.
George, I'm so grateful to you for helping Steve. I want you to have my old one.
Too bad we never found the 4th wheel. Those baby carriage wheels won't hold up long.
Ice cream, anybody?
Sure. I wonder what happened to that other wheel. Oh well, some things are just a mystery.
Hold it closer.
closer to the heavy end!
George, do you want to do something just like we do that you don't have to practice for? Hand out these flyers to everyone. That's how I started, you know. Oh!
Okay, bye-bye.
Meow!
Cats.
George was proud to be a starter zucchini. He gave out every flyer. And that night, everyone he knew came to the show. Everyone. Gnocchi just wanted to watch. She found a quiet place where she couldn't possibly bother anyone.
Ladies and gentlemen, for our first amazing feat, we are going to need a volunteer. What about you, Chef?
Oh, yes. Yes, me. Yes, yes.
Okay, just relax, Chef. We'll do everything.
This is like a dream come true.
Gnocchi ran to Chef Biscotti whenever she saw him. So why should now be any different?
Is that
Oh, it's Gnocchi. Leo, don't sneeze.
I can't help it.
Look, they made Gnocchi part of the act, too.
George knew this was a problem.
Leo, just back up.
I can't back up.
Gnocchi couldn't decide who she'd rather go to. So she stopped and thought it over.
I can't last much longer.
Giorgio, walk out on the wire and take Gnocchi away, okay?
On the wire? Isn't that the monkey who always knocks us down?
Gnocchi, go with Giorgio.
This was just like that mop. So George shifted his hands.
Now I know where George was all day, practicing to be in the show.
We made it!
After a sneeze break, the show went on and was a great success. And when it was over...
Because of their great balance, we voted to make George and Chef Biscotti official zucchinis.
Oh!
And you're welcome to practice with us anytime.
So that was all real? Oh, I'm glad I didn't know. I would have worried.
Nothing to worry about. George is a natural.
But maybe he should stick to the high wire.
George was really flying that kite now. Or maybe it was flying him.
You get it okay? Left without saying goodbye. City folk.
Over the years, I've seen everything in the waters around here.
George was flying with birds. It was a monkey's best dream come true. Now that he'd lived his dream, his arm was getting sore, and he wanted to go home. But he had no idea how to do that.
George? Oh, I could have swore this was where I left that kid with my kite. George, where are ya? He couldn't wait. Boy, for a city kid who never flew a kite before, got her up higher than I ever did.
Well, hi, Bill.
You own binoculars?
Sure do.
What's trailing behind that kite?
Oh, it's George. It's George! And he's got a squirrel on his head. Bill, you call the fire department.
Okay. Why?
I don't know. They seem to know how to do everything.
What are you gonna do?
I'm going up there after him.
The world below looked beautiful and unfamiliar. George wasn't even sure which way was home anymore. Oh, and the squirrel in his head was hungry. Flying was the best and the worst thing that had happened to him all day.
George! George!
It was his friend, the man with the yellow hang glider.
George, I need you to reach out and take my hand with a hand, foot, whatever. All right, guys, hang on tight. We're going home.
George would never forget the day he was almost a bird. And he added almost being a bird to the list of things squirrels don't like.
You're a natural kite flyer, kid.
Good work. Lunch is ready. Here's some lunch for you too, Jumpy.
It's time to bring her in, George!
wasn't perfect. Yet. George is in his new home.
Oh, look at this! Look at this!
Wow, that's a lot of dirt.
I left Hundley in charge, and when I came back, dirt everywhere. If only I spoke Dachshund.
I wish you spoke pigeon. A homing pigeon's been living on our bough, too?
That's Compass!
Had a small tree to Oh, no. Oh, what?
If one of us spoke Dachshund, I bet this wouldn't have been a surprise.
George, where are you? A tree?
George had never felt prouder. Now that he had the perfect home, the bird could live here forever.
I bought it for birds to sit in, so you can draw them. Nice effort, George. But birds want to sit in a real tree. Compass! Look, a real tree for you. Make yourself at home.
The pigeons still didn't know what George was, but he sure made a good tree.